Okay, recording is
And
started.
that's what I said about that.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, the first item, meeting call to order. It is 6:38 p.m. Perfect. In attendance, I see a Leon Starks as our Kingdom Prime Minister, myself, Ethan
Huzzah.
Koppich, as the President of the Board of Directors, a Royce Griffith as the Kingdom Monarch, a Ginger Conrad as our liaison, a Carl Craig as our Vice President, a Milan as a person sitting in, a Delu, who is as a person sitting in and is our regent, and we have a Christine Sendar Atlantis as our secretary. And Delu, what's your real name again? I'm forgetting.
Jack.
Perfect,
What is
Jack.
it? My
Jack.
legal name? Jack.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
your full government name.
And
Jack. Jack Kiernan.
thank you. Yeah, it was just these things are actually done with real names. It's extra fun. Okay, so that is our call to attendance.
Did you confirm that the monarch is giving credits yet?
That's typically further down. That's item number 2. Oh, wait, I see you changed up the order on me. How dare you do this to me? Okay, Monarch, are you providing credits for attendance? Monarch is muted.
Yes, I was muted and I was off on a different tab preparing for fog.
Perfect. Thank you very Monarch for providing credits.
Yay.
Your job here is done. You may leave. No. Okay. And then we have attendance. Did you get everybody's name, Atlantis, or should I read them off again for you? Okay. I will move along to the reading of the last minutes for the previous meeting, which we have up here on the left-hand side of our screen. It's the previous meeting called to order at 6:35 p.m. In attendance, we had myself, Christine Sender, Athena Velasco, Carl Craig, Ginger Conrad, Leon Starks, Royce Griffith, Frank Demento. We read the previous meetings in the minutes of the meeting before that. If you care, you can go read those. The Monarch did provide credits for the last meeting. We then went into our reminders. The first was the update to the BOD handbook, where we have to add the 3-year averaging for budgeting purposes. We decided to push that out again for another month. We'll get to it eventually. The next item was the CEO CFO update to the Capora as a Alding item. We decided to push that to next month because we had already missed the deadline that last month. Then did the contract updates to Ethereal, Hollow, Stormhearth, and Andril, and that was completed. We got everybody to sign that, which was nice. We talked about the California tax exempt status and that there was no change, and we haven't heard or seen anything at the time. We talked about the 501c3 business donation pamphlet, which the Monarch asked Milan to continue working on, and Athena volunteered to help, I believe because they said they had some PDF editing software that could help do the art layout or something. Then we talked about the item number 3, which was the fog check-in. Did the BOD need to do anything? The answer was no. The BOD had nothing to do there. Item number 4 was the directors and officers and general insurance update. The answer was it slightly increased in price by $11 baseline, and there was also a $300 one-time setup fee. So the first payment was $866. It gives us $500,000 coverage. And then there was also the overall insurance for all of the lands, which was another $2,572 for a liability, which works out to about $4 per person per year based upon our around 400 average unique sign-ins per month. I know we'll have more on that in this update. Item number 5, clean up of the old castle storage contract. Did we ever actually check that we canceled that with Zeus and officially close that out? And then that was Theos. Oh, I need to write and send to Theos an email, which I didn't do. And then Theos will send that email to Azus officially confirming it. Correction of the BOD bylaws. So there, as part of the 501c3 update, we grabbed some no low press bylaws. They don't exactly match what we do. And so we realized we needed to update them. The way to do this was following the Article 12 outline on how to amend the bylaws, which is a 2/3 vote of the BOD. But we just didn't have enough time for any of the BOD members to do this. So Frankie Demento volunteered, and we decided to form a committee. So, because the committee has to consist of at least 2 committee members, it was Ginger, Christine, myself, and then Frankie as our non-BOD member, forming the committee. And so to update those bylaws as a proposal, and then the BOD will have to vote on them to officially adopt any changes. Item number 7 was the seller permits for the kingdom and how to get it. And the answer was Royce just didn't have time to deal with the NAI CS code. So we're still looking into it. Item number 8 was the kingdom audit status, which we had not started. Projected start date was soon. And then we had some walk-on items where Royce, per the IRS, we had none of the triggers that required to hire an audit firm, which was one of the things in the bylaws. So we don't need to follow that part. And then Royce also was going to put up a post to advertise selling space on the trailer. We talked about some different prices for that and different ways to handle that. And then we set the time for the next meeting, and then we voted to adjourn at 7:26 for a lovely 50-minute meeting. Are there any questions on the previous minutes? Nope.
Are you still accepting members for the bylaw committee?
I think we will get to that eventually. But yeah, sure. Yes, it is item F on today's agenda. But yeah, we would happily allow more people to assist us on that. Okay. I will now full screen just today's agenda.
Okay, I motion to accept the last minutes.
I second that motion. I believe we have now accepted the previous minutes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, now we can move on to item number 5 and all of its sub-items. This is the previous business. CEO, CFO change to the Compora draft and alding item. I did this and I sent it over to the Kingdom Prime Minister.
Correct. I just haven't got that announced. I'm running behind.
Perfect, but I did my job, and therefore this item is complete. Okay, item A is done. Does anybody have any questions on item A?
No.
No.
Perfect. Let's move on to item B then. Item B, California tax exempt status. It was completed. It was sent to the state. I still have not heard anything. Has the kingdom heard of anything?
We still have not got any kind of email that we've received mail on yet. No.
Okay. Yep. So that's still pending. Letter C, the 501c3 business donation pamphlet. This is on you, Royce.
Milan. He's the one doing it.
We have a donation form that I believe Thistledown has in his possession. I also have a copy. If we need to have multiple copies printed out or something like that, it just needs to be signed by any elected member. Technically, just like going to a Goodwill, any employee can sign it. It's the same with us.
Oh, are you talking about donation receipts? I have those. I ordered those a while ago. We have 4 books of them. They're all nice and fancy. No, we're talking about a pamphlet to give other businesses.
Oh, yes, that is. I literally was. I did not do a lot, but I worked on it today. It is on my list.
Perfect.
Now that the COC document is mostly done, that is the next document to work on, and that is priority 1 for me.
Hey, does anybody have any further questions on that? Nope. Okay, we'll move along to item number letter D.
One thing, and I'm very sorry to say that, Royce has 4 books of forms, that sort of thing. There is also a digital form. If anybody needs a copy, please feel free to reach out. But obviously use Royce's before reaching out to us because his is probably better.
Why don't we put the digital form on the CAF card site?
Great idea. The liaison should take care of that. I'll email it to you.
Yeah, well, we also have to worry about people forging that. Is it a digital request form or is it a digital receipt?
I made a receipt.
Yeah, I'm not sure we want to make that public because then people could just forge them, right?
elected person, if any elected person in Amgar can do it, then that gives all of our park monarchy possibility to
No,
do
it's
it. and
only
he
the
can
board
be-
members.
Okay, so that's different than any elected position.
Yeah. It's the board members and the ex officio members on the board.
But talking about receipts at Fog, since I'm cooking and Cinderhilda's running the event, somebody may get ran down to sign receipts.
Yep.
That's fine, and most of us will be there. So
Yep. I think I'm helping with Quest most of the time I'm there, so I should be relatively available.
make it part of the quest to get the receipts signed by Sebastian.
There you go.
Nah, the quests are really cool. Asta's ran them before, and they're really, really cool.
Yep, they do look pretty awesome.
And it's way different from West March's normal quests.
So, do we have anything else on the 501c3 business donation pamphlet and or receipts?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, perfect. We will close out item number C then. Move on to item number D, letter D. Directors and Officers Insurance and General Insurance Update. So the all thing previously passed, the Kingdom Prime Minister will pay. There was some paperwork. I sent over my signature. Do you have everything you need for that, Leon?
If paperwork's been completed, then I could just pay it tonight.
Okay, so that covers the DNO. Ginger, did you send over the general insurance one as well?
I have not because I haven't filled out that form. There's a lot of information there, and I will have to get with you and fill that out together because there's too many questions for me.
Okay, sounds reasonable. So DNO, the Kingdom Prime Minister will go and sign. That will cover the BOD and the monarchy officers. As far as directors and officers, when they're engaging in business, that will cover them. And then we will deal with the general insurance, hopefully in the next month, is kind of our plan here. So we'll have that for the November BOD meeting. Okay. Is there any more information here to talk about for the general insurance and DNO insurance updates? No? Okay. Clean up of the old castle contract. Royce, I forgot to send you that email, didn't I?
You did.
Okay. Try to remember to do it this time. I forgot that this was an action that I took. Okay, well, now it's on my notepad to remember to do things. Okay, so no update on letter E. Letter F, correction of the BOD bylaws. So Frankie did send those over to me. Give me 1 second to pull those up. Okay. So the first item that was identified was to clean up the language in a couple of different areas. So the corporate/organization shall be operated exclusively for or to the purpose of the Kingdom of Westmarch so as to foster a robust and inclusive community dedicated to the enrichment and well-being of all individuals. Through the platform of medieval sports, science, and art, we endeavor to cultivate an environment that promotes physical, mental, and emotional health while celebrating diversity and inclusion. Our commitment extends locally, regionally, and beyond state borders by providing a supportive and nurturing community. We aspire to empower and uplift those who have been historically marginalized or excluded, fostering a sense of belonging and unity amongst all participants. Finally, the organization is organized exclusively for charitable, religious, educational, and scientific purposes under 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code or corresponding sections of any future federal tax code. This entire thing is one sentence.
I wrote it. Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is the one you and I worked on when we were submitting the 501c3 paperwork, wasn't it?
Meh, you're probably right.
Are you guys allergic to punctuation?
There is 3 sentences here, and this one is just, it's got commas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Vis-a-vis.
There's at least 9 or 10 commas on this.
Concordantly.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably replace one of them with a semicolon. Okay.
Bullet points.
So it sounds like we should maybe just make this less wordy, although I'm not really sure how much that matters. For, bylaws, they can be wordy. And Dagger's note is just there's no conflict here, it's just messy. So Dagger just didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
Oh, perfect. Dagger's here.
Hi,
Perfect.
Dagger.
So
It's
Frankie
a good
is
thing
also
Dagger's
arrived.
in here so I can say how much I don't like his opinion.
Yeah.
Make sure to put your stuff in for a credit, Dagger.
Okay. And then item number 2 was the change the actual methods of communication. The notice shall be served upon each board member via hand delivery, regular mail, email, or fax. A copy of the minutes shall be delivered to each board member via regular mail, hand delivered, emailed, or faxed within 7 business days after each board meeting. Yeah, we do need to clean this up. This should be posted on our yeah, this email needs to be through like our message service. We need to clean that up. Right now we use Facebook Messenger, although it's also posted on our CAM card. Although our CAM card is within 4 weeks, and our other services are within 4 weeks. Yeah, so that is definitely an area we need to clean up. And then item number 3, we can just remove this whole section if we don't make more than $2 million. Preparation of annual financial statements. The corporate organization shall prepare annual financial statements using generally accepted accounting principles. And then the part to remove is such statements shall be audited by an independent certified public accountant in conformity with generally accepted accounting standards. We can add a statement in there that says, as long as we make less than 2 million, we can ignore this part or whatever. The corporation such organizations will make these financial statements available to the California Attorney General and members of the public for inspection no later than 30 days after the close of the fiscal year to which the statements relate. And we probably need to change that 30 days because we typically take about 60 to 90 days to do that because our end of our financial year is December. It's actually December 15th for our financial year. So we never do this by January 15th.
Why is the end of our financial year December 15th instead of December 31st?
I thought it was the 15th. It may be the 31st. I thought it was the 15th because I know that we have to file our taxes within 90 days of that, which is why it's April 15th. That's what it was. I'm trying to recall my conversation with an IRS agent 2 years ago at this point about this.
Okay. The answer to this is, are we fiscal year or annual filing? Do we run some weird month to some weird month?
I believe oh gosh, give me a minute.
If we run January to December, it's an annual year filing. It closes on the December 31st.
Say, is it in the current BOD handbook? Annual fee of $70 due by December 31st. Tax filing due by 30th of April. Okay, so I was just wrong on this. Okay, so it looks like it is the 30th. And then the 990 is due by the 15th of May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I may be mixing up
Hey guys, I have to drop off. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Good seeing you.
I will have to relook into that. I may be misremembering. Either way, though, we don't do this in the 30 days because we've never published this by the end of January. It typically, because we swear in the new board of directors, typically the middle to the late side of January. So asking them to produce the financial statement for the previous year within the first, 2 weeks of them taking office would be very difficult for them to do. Yeah. So that's another area that we should look into. There was also one other area I would like to look into that I was aware of, which was there's a section in the handbook, or sorry, a section in the bylaws where it defines the members of the board of directors. The titles of those members don't line up with the current titles we use, so either we should update to start using those titles, or we should correct the bylaws to actually reflect the titles that we use. So that was that last thing.
I know you sent it before, but could you resend Dagger's proposal so I can take notes directly on that?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I can do that right. Yeah.
Thank you.
It has been posted to the BOD chat. Okay, and then I can resume play. Okay, so those were the findings so far for the amendment to the bylaws. Did we have any additional question? Add a list of officers in BOD bylaws. Okay. Do we have any other questions about the BOD bylaws and what needs to be done? What we're doing here? I guess I have one, which is, so Frankie has identified a couple of areas and some corrective wording. One of us actually needs to write it down and then propose the exact wording that we need to write in there, and so we can vote on it in November or December. So who wants to do that? Me? Sounds like fun.
Sorry, I was busy looking at other things. Which one were you talking about?
So we actually need to write the actual wording that we want to put into the BOD bylaws so we can have the 2/3 vote to actually add it. Dagger has identified some areas that we need to do, so we just need to write the official wording.
Okay. Sounds like a job for the committee.
Yep. So they will continue to work on that, Ginger, Frankie, Christine, and myself, over the next month. And hopefully we will have them ready in November so we can take an official vote on adopting the changes.
And didn't Melissa say he wanted to join the committee?
Oh, yes, we should. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting what Article 12 tells us. Does anybody here on the BOD oppose Milan joining the committee to help us correct the BOD bylaws?
Do not.
No opposes? Does anybody else have any reason that they would like to abstain? Nope. Okay. Of the 6 members present, it sounds like we have 6 votes for Milan to join the BOD bylaws committee. Okay. With that, I can move on to letter G, seller's permit for the kingdom. Athena, Royce, how's that going?
I have a tentative NAICS code now. It's not perfect, but nothing is for what we do. And then I just have to go on and set up the thing. I talked about it with somebody at work, significantly more knowledgeable than me, and we had a long discussion about whether or not we actually meet the garage sale provision. And the answer is it doesn't really matter because it's too little money for the state to care.
Okay, so by us not being super successful, we're probably already okay.
Yes, but we should get the permit because that is the correct way to do it.
It's better to do it right than try to fly under the radar.
Yes, because with me having said previously that we should have the permit multiple times talking about it, the penalty is 50%.
Oh, that's like $4.
Per sale.
Oh, that's like 12 cents. No, okay, yeah, I agree. We definitely should continue to pursue this. So it sounds like you have a direction to go on this. And thank you for doing that legwork.
No problem. I'm kind of the best qualified to do it.
Okay. Do we have any other questions on this? I know we've talked about this the last several meetings. So. Okay, in that case, I will move. Oh,
You want this to stay on the agenda for next time to check back in, or are we done with it?
my reading of this is that we should at least check back in one more time because Royce, you said you found it, but we haven't officialized it. Do we have to do paperwork to formalize that?
So I have basically I'll have to go on to Tax and Fees website and open an account for us.
Okay, so
That's
the action
all.
here is Royce go do open the account.
Yeah. Whether or not it gets done before the next meeting, who knows? Because fog.
Okay. Well, you better do it by the next meeting because if you don't get elected, then you won't be on the December meeting.
I mean, no, I'll still
We're
be
still going to
here.
make you do it.
I'll still be here, and we already know not being on the BOD does not exempt you from getting work.
Yep. Yeah. So to answer your question, Atlantis, yes, we will keep it on the agenda as a poke reminder for Royce. Yeah. Do we have any other questions on the seller's permit? Nope. Okay. Item H, Kingdom audit status. Royce, is there anything you need assistance from for the BOD on this?
Can you give me more time in the day?
That's a contract with Kronos. I don't know we can file that.
Then no, there's nothing you can do right now until I have more time. So basically what'll probably happen is after fog, after I take a day or two to, decompress from being the feast credit fog, then I'll send out the message that says, all right, everybody, get ready.
You'll do that after the election, so that way, people don't vote against you.
Maybe I'll do it before the election.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like no action currently on the BOD, but we will check back in next month, or do you just never expect to need the BOD's assistance?
I never expect to need the BOD's assistance.
Okay, we will pull this item off the agenda for the future then. Okay. Moving on to item I. Selling space on the trailer. There was a question about a specific contract. So if I remember correctly, this had to deal with, we should write a little one page or something like that to identify. So that way, when we're technically selling, because we're selling space, we're selling a service, we should have, basically a form of like a receipt with a little write up saying, the duration, how much size, the cost, and what it entitles the relevant people to, I believe was the summary of that discussion last time.
That sounds right.
Okay.
Motion to table till next month.
I will second. Does anybody have any qualms with that? Okay. We'll table this item to next month and circle back around on it. Item number 6, new business, Fidelity Charity. So I have been in contact with Fidelity, and Fidelity makes it really silly because Fidelity has several different ways you can do charitable giving. One of them is you can set up a giving donation fund, or the other one is their I forget what exactly they call it. It's their like charity giving, but you can do it through your like if your work has 401ks or something like that through Fidelity, they allow you to donate through this charitable giving fund or through a charitable account donation. For some reason, even though we're on one form of their charitable giving fund, we're not on the other. I don't know why. So I have been communicating back and forth with Fidelity. I sent them all the rest of the information they needed at the beginning of this week. They said it probably takes about 2 weeks for them to turn it around. But after that, if your work supports donations through Fidelity as part of their retirement package, you should be able to donate in that way, which will allow you to do, monthly deductions directly from your paycheck or other, forms. You can do it as a one time. Sometimes works do matching funds. It's a good way. And I believe Fidelity provides the receipts. So we don't even have to send individual receipts to everybody. So all that nice stuff. But I figured I should mention that that is in the process of being worked on. Okay. Tons of fun. Does anybody else have any other new business or walk-on items that we did not capture? On once. Going twice. Okay, sold to November. Okay. Let's look at the November 2025 calendar. This is where everybody runs around and grabs their phones. So obviously we have Feast of Gods on the 23rd, and then it's going to take everybody at least a week to recover. We have Halloween the 31st, last November 1. And then we have Thanksgiving is on the 27th, which is the fourth Thursday.
And the 11th is Veterans Day.
And the 11th is Veterans Day. Do we have any proposals for, well, actually, first question. Leon, when is the election? When is coronation happening? I guess I should say.
Coronation is November 15th.
15. Okay. So the question is do we want to do this before or after we get a new monarch?
We should do it after that.
After.
That way they can be sworn in.
Yep, after.
Okay. So that leaves us really 1 week because where's my shapes tool? Because, the 27th is, and all of those are just going to be very difficult days to deal with because those are all Thanksgiving and people travel those days. And we've been typically going a Wednesday or a Thursday. So looking like 19 or 20?
19 works.
The 19th works for Dash. How does that work
Yeah,
for?
19 works for me.
Yeah, I have no issues with that.
Let me see what I've got going on. I think it was Athena said Wednesdays didn't work.
Yeah, Athena said Wednesdays don't work well for her.
Yeah, they still haven't responded
The
to my
20th, I am not available specifically.
Okay, well that helps push to the 19th.
I can also do the 19th.
I'm available whenever.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's aim for the 19th. At 6:30 still work for everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. And sounds like nobody has any qualms with that. Going. Sold. Does anybody else have any final items before we adjourn the meeting?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Perfect. Do I get a second?
Second.
Perfect. In that case, thank you all very much. I'm going to stop our recording now.
Thank you for the fastest BOD